magical items, because magical items have been deemed to be not as dangerous as sharp-pointing objects. Speaking of, magical item candle has been found. So now they have, this is obviously what they've been getting for the first phase in the Swiss round. It's always in the starting cave. So this gives some kind of a weapon that they can use. Even though it is only once per screen, they can at least use that to attack those lovely tech pits that you have jumping at you.
Did you just say lovely tektites? Those things are evil.
Yeah, you have to try to make everyone feel good, you know? So we have a staircase for Zoas under one of the Armos. We know that's not the Armos item. He is checking all the Armos, A, because they cover staircases, and B, because one of them does have an item underneath of it. It could be an item of absolutely little worth, a.k.a. A book, or it could be an item of absolutely magnificent worth, a magic rod. Anything along those lines.
Well, underneath that one was 119 rupees. So that's going to be our large secret tonight. That's going to be a good way to buy things that we're going to need, including potentially a repeatable weapon and the arrows once we find them.
Ooh, we found level 3 already, and Alan found one of our medium secrets. That is a pretty subpar medium secret at 28.
I mean, the average is 30, or the base value is 30, and having the 119 large secret, not horrible. We find one of the 2 sword bomb upgrades that Fred's at.
Now that sword bomb upgrade could be either the white sword or the magical sword location. We do not know which yet, and we can't make a play on any of them until we have at least 4 hearts. We'll find out later what the case may be. I think we have a music shuffle going on.
I do believe that is a music shuffle.
That is a title screen music overworld, ladies and gentlemen. We should probably try to put the audio back on Zoas just to make keep us sane here. But yeah, that's the first time I've ever heard that.
That's really fun when that's the underworld. And there's the second large secret here for XO. So that is going to put us very near max money. So if we see a blue ring shop, we might see a purchase right away.
That depends, of course, on if they actually feel they need the blue ring. They may try to wait out for the red ring, because you don't want to spend all your money on blue ring just to find the red ring and then not be able to get anything else.
Well, and speaking of required items, we now know the ladder is required, because that is a bow sitting on the raft spot, or on the ladder spot there.
Yeah, that is definitely a very required item. You can't finish the game without the bow, because you have to have the bow to utilize the silver arrow that you must fire into the bacon, because you can't just stab it with the bacon sword, you know, or the bacon arrow, you know?
We got our first look at the ending roads here. We've got one north of Vanilla 1 kind of in the grave area.
I didn't notice what screen that came from, so we're going to probably get another good look at that later. We're getting another check of the Armos locations up here now, so we're going to get all the Armos locations out of the way. That was a take any, and we have keep the change, you filthy animal. Ooh, another 117 for Alan now.
So I believe that's the same one that XO has found. So we found 2 of them
Correct.
so far, and oh, just 4 rupees short of that blue.
Billy May is selling jewelry today because, you know, it's the... Billy May has only put his name on the finest jewelry.
XO getting a nice bomb drop there. We'll go over and check the forgotten spot here, possibly, as is one of them... Well, no, he's gonna screen scroll. Or
He
try
is
to.
attempting... Yeah, he is attempting a screen scroll, that's correct. Alan is getting the letter from... Is that a vanilla letter?
That is a vanilla letter. That's
Chat,
kind of
you
interesting.
know what to do. Yeah, that's, you don't think about that very often, because that's an item that is considered a nice to have in order to get the medicine for seeds, but it's not very common that you think about the fact that it's actually found all the way up here in that cave, where I think in some versions, I'm not sure, maybe I'm overthinking this, I think in some versions you get a sunset on that screen or something along those lines.
And we get our first look at a bomb shop and 10 rupee bombs. Not bad.
Never go against a Sicilian when death is on the line. Noted.
And having the blue ring Armos spot, having the Armos item of the any key is a nice find, as we now find level 4.
TheAlanHeffley was playing Flare That Gel and unfortunately got a whammy.
That is a tough room to deal with just a blue candle.
Very. He'll take out the one, he'll leave, he'll come back, he'll try to line up and hit on the other one. Oh, that worked out nicely for him. Good. He's heading south now. And he's just agreed to something he doesn't want to see. And Xoas is, with that any key, is going to be able to get out of here with no problem. So he's moving on through that locked door. More Lionels in there with the orange variety. Alan says no thank you to blue Lionels and leaves.
Yeah, I think he's... enough of that dungeon. Thank you. Next.
Yep, come back with better weaponry. Oh, Triforce Room with a key.
Too bad we have the any key already.
Too bad?
Oh, I mean, free keys are free keys.
Yeah. You can build up a key collection with those things. I don't know why he doesn't pick them up, but well, whatever he likes, I guess.
Making nice work of the we'll leave the room and come back in to finish off these keys. Hopefully knows that this is not going to be a staircase.
Alan takes a dirt nap in just south of Vanilla Level 2's entrance, so he has to resume play from the start screen.
It's not a bad start screen for this flag set. There are some start screens that are much worse. This one's quite manageable for our runners.
Oh, the top right secret spot is one of the worst ones I've seen. I actually saw that the other day. Anyway, we are in a room full of blue gorillas right now. And, well, Xoas took a shot for one of them, and he's out.
Alan has found level 8.
Dark Nuts, Gibdos, and Gulls. It's good to see all the enemies for a dungeon right in the first room.
Yeah, and none of them are Wizrobes. That's even better.
That's beautiful. I like that.
Don't worry, I'm sure Uncle Wizzy's hiding somewhere.
Oh yeah, he's in level 9. That was a rope on the start screen as well, so that's something you don't get to see very often. Oh, bunnies!
That is actually a really good sign for our runners. One of the things that can happen here is with the bow on the coast. If the bunnies were in a dungeon, they could block your path to any number of goodies that would make it kind of unfun to get to, as the only weapon you have access to is probably the wand to kill them.
Yeah, with the bunnies are not an enemy you really want to fight. You can't use a lot of different weapons on them, and of course they're designed to be taken out by the arrow in one shot, so if you can use an arrow to take the bunny out, that's probably the best way to do it.
But tonight, let's just not kill bunnies and leave them alone.
Yeah, as long as they don't get in our way, we can leave them tonight. And Zoas is taking another shot from a Lionel. He just wants to get out of the room right now without taking a sword hit. There he goes.
Most definitely. Alan's going to find his any key here in just a second and be happy to have that.
This is a bottleneck location. That Lionel's in the Grease, so he's trying to get through here. Oh, boy.
Hi, Gliok. How you doing tonight?
At least you can sneak under its feet because, you know, the Gliok is not whole. You can walk under it. Don't recommend.
It's going to be our item room here. Not a bad item room.
Oh!
Oh! I say not a. How about an excellent item room?
That is a top tier item room. Absolute beautiful item room.
And with Alan here in for as well, with the any key and 8 bombs, I would imagine that he should have a relatively easy time getting to that same location and getting that wand out of here.
And Triforce has been acquired by Xoas, and he is out of there. So Alan's going to start his tour of level 4 right now, as you said.
You know, wand is one of those items where there's two kind of schools of thought of it on these flags. If you find it early, it's great, and if you know, but at the same time, you know that certain enemies now can be blocking your path, such as Gleox. Where if that wand ended up in 9, there can't be anything blocking your path that requires the wand to kill.
So it looks like Zoas is checking out the lower right or lower left, south, west of the Hyrule area. This is the area you can only get to this by taking this path, because you can't come down from the screen above. That's the Lost Woods. You can't come down from there.
Yeah, I always want to get this out of the way as quickly as you can with bombs, just to make sure you don't forget it.
That was our 7 small secret as well. So 7, I think it was 728. What was it, 117?
119. But still, yeah, money's not horrible. It's not the best you're going to get, but with what we've seen already, it's manageable. 10 rupee bombs.
10 bombs is not bad. Have we seen a door repair yet?
If we have, I haven't counted.
I haven't seen it either. I always try to count at one point, taking advantage of my 2 screens here, but I haven't seen one. Never mind, we've seen one. That was a door repair of 24. You really
not the worst. Just want to avoid those whenever you can, or make your purchases now. I would imagine, knowing the bow is on the coast, there are runners will probably buy arrows at the first arrow shop they see.
Arrows would be a very, very worthwhile purchase right now.
And not having to worry about buying keys is a real big advantage too with that. So, yeah, you're looking at purchasing possibly the blue ring, arrows, the bait. No. There's 1 bait block, so not really worth buying until you know you have to have.
I want to know what Xoas is doing right now. He's finding some of those free money rooms, but he's not picking up the money in it. The reason for that is because he's at 235 rupees. If he were to collect a medium secret right now, he would not get the entire medium secret. So he knows where 3 piles of money are in case he needs the money, and he can go and get it later if he needs it. So he can just let those door repairers do their job on whatever he has, or if he ends up spending the money on nothing, and then he can go get that money later if he needs it.
Yeah, hopefully he's marking those spots. I know a lot of runners will mark almost everything with an X except for dungeons and, you know, warp points that sometimes forget to mark money.
Now, there's a good there's a good Any Road Warp from Death Mountain down to the coast. Pretty good. There's another rupee. Has he decided he's going to pick this one because it's out of the way? He's thinking, oh, it was the 117!
You chose wrong tonight.
He gambled and he lost access to 97 rupees. And then he really shouldn't have touched that. The actor's right. He really shouldn't have touched that rupee.
Yeah, you just mark those at that. Alan's going to go ahead and pick up his Triforce out of 4. Hopefully he will dig back in here and get his one.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he has it yet, so we'll see if he chooses. Oh, no. Alan?
He is out of bombs, so that could be part of the problem.
That makes sense. He is going to try, and he finds a small secret, so he doesn't max out on that. I think he just wants to find a bomb shop right now. And Zoes finds level 8. Alan is off to the Vanilla Blue Ring location. And he goes and get some bombs. I have a feeling he might be going back to level 4 after he gets another 4-pack.
This is kind of a tough point. Yeah, you want to dig level 4 and get that item out, but at the same time, you've already got the Triforce. It's probably... we know what's in there, but it's probably better to keep moving at this point in the race and keep progressing your dungeons. Eventually, you'll get something to point you back there. Hopefully.
Or he may just end up following other breadcrumbs and end up not going back there at all until it's time to go to level 9 and he needs to figure out where the rod is. That could be what happens here.
Yeah, but it's way too early to start chasing items out of dungeons you already have Triforces in, so we'll see what happens.
And I'll jot down another shop on his tracker, I'm sure. That was another door repair for Alan. Zoas is exploring the bowels of level 8. And I don't think Alan did. I know Alan was in here. He didn't do very much in here, did he?
He didn't have any real resources to do much in here.
Exactly.
Yeah, that Goma's already starting to make you feel, gonna need the ladder possibly to deal with.
The dog who dwells at the grave. Level 2 is in the graveyard.
It's always good to know.
And Vanilla level 3 enters today is a gambling shop. We probably already knew that.
I mean, you're always gambling when you... Oh! Well, stop, do not pass go, do not collect your Triforce, go find a ladder.
Yeah, it's hard to think the ladder might be required today. Don't know about you.
Well, at least the good news is... that trap room gets...
That trap room will get the best runners. You just walk right into that while it materializes. Like, really?
The one good thing seeing that Triforce in the Chevy room does for our runner, in this case, is your mind is at ease that ladder is not in level 9. Because that would be a thing for that ladder to be sitting in 9, waiting for you to pick it up, to go pick the bow up, to deal with Ganon.
Oh, I've seen things like that where you had to go back for the bow or the silver arrows after getting something in level 9 before. Those are just painful. Absolutely painful.
Yeah. Thankfully, seeing that Triforce ladder block basically requires that ladder to be not... No, red candle and 8. Not a bad pickup here. Now, having the wand, it's lost quite a bit of its value to those. But Well, you never know.
Never know. Ooh. I would say drop the 46 rupees at this point. You're maxed out. Good call.
Not a bad mugger room, to be honest. Money or life. Yeah, not a bad choice.
Now, if you got mugged in there and you didn't have any money, that'd be like, really, old man? Why?
Yeah, Zo's looking for the second item here at 8, which could be the ladder or could be behind a ladder block. And Alan is up in the grave area where 2 should be around here. So, and speaking of 2, there it is.
Yeah, you just had to speak of it and it came. And the mummy swallowed the key and we have retrieved it. Oh look, another mugger room. He left a heart. Oh, he only had 3 hearts, so he went into zombie mode. And with the Patra. Patra says, zombies not allowed. Goodbye.
Well, that's the best way to find a Patra. When you have no health and it's the 3rd room in. You're like, okay, there's a Patra. Much less fun when you're on the last room of the dungeon and Patra shows up.
No kidding.
Also, good news is that Patra's guarding a map, so just stay there, Patra.
Yeah, you can keep your worthless piece of paper. We already know the way. We already know the path. Oh, nice clock for Alan.
That was a very impressive bomb kill there. As Those has had enough of level 8. Probably the right call at this point.
I think so too. Goes and upbays back out to level 2, and Xoas opens up a cave north of Vanilla Start, which he shouldn't have touched.
Yeah, the only bad thing about this Patra is anytime you make a mistake in 2 or up A, it's still waiting for you.
And that was a 7 rupee small secret for Xoas just now. Ooh, hint shop. Leok returns with the power bracelet. Level 8. Sail over the water. Oh, Nelly.
Well, game. We're here for the fun now.
This just got interesting. So let's just come first. Guria grumbles with a heart container. We know there's a heart container in. I always get Guria.
It's level 7.
Yeah, I think that's level 7. That's level 7. So 7 and 8 we know. But let's talk about the ladder. Having to sail over the water to reach the ladder. We know there's a level that requires the raft, most likely. So raft is definitely required today. Doubly required, even if it was not the ladder in there. We know there's a level behind that raft today.
This just got juicy. So, but with that, we do know now that level 7 has nothing, so get your Triforce and get away from there as fast as possible. And the second item is the Power Bracelet. Could still be required. We haven't seen a hint yet. We'll have to see the second hint shop if it says defeat of strength. But right now, it's looking decent that the Power Bracelet's not going to be required.
Oh, at this point, I hope it's required. I hope it's locked by the ladder.
Oh, well, there's the second hint shop, and there's the hint that the Power Bracelet's useless.
Darn.
Oh, that is huge, though.
That's huge information. Oh, I think you're about to say what I'm about to say, but go ahead.
That means most likely level 1 is raft block.
Absolutely. I'd say at this point we can confirm that that's level 1 that is raft blocked. Unless there are 2 different levels at the 2 different raft spots, we can confirm level 1 is the one that's raft blocked and that level 1 has both the book and the ladder. Now again, there is that very, very, what is it, 0.02% chance that there are 2 levels at 2 different raft spots. That could be the case, but the odds are leaning towards level 1.
And yes, chat, that is correct. Ladder's raft blocked. Mo is ladder blocked.
Now,
Buckle up, this is going to be fun.
There's a comment in chat that it could be level 9. I just want to point out a response to that. We already know the ladder is needed to get the Triforce in level 8, so we know the level at the raft spot is not level 9.
Oh, we could have the wonderful 1 and 9 on a raft spot, but that's highly unlikely.
Yeah, if it's 2 different levels, one of them could be level 9. That is true. But we know the one that has the ladder will not be level 9. And there's level 7. So we should keep track of what levels we've seen, just so we can confirm if we have 2 levels under the raft.
Oh, right now we're missing level 5, level 1, and level 9.
So we've seen, yeah, we have seen 2. We have seen 3, I remember that. 4 and 8 we've been cleaning out. Yeah, it sounds about right. So it's getting his vanilla letter. Medicine. Or as Red Play Dad called it last night, the recipe.
And Alan finding the blue boomerang in 2.
I still hate the book. Me too.
I like the book when it's an atlas or a boomstick or anything that's not fire.
I like an atlas, but if you're going to expect me to read the magical conundrums of Hyrule and use it, no, not happening. There's level 6 for Xoas.
So another question for our runners here is, which dungeon that we have is holding the raft to let you get the ladder?
Now apparently we found the scrap metal on level 2, and I didn't even we didn't catch that because that's on our tracker now.
We just mentioned it. Yeah, Alan just ran it over real quickly into. So that's unfortunate for him. It's a useful tool with what he's got right now, but it's not a repeatable killing weapon. So still having to work with bombs for the most part.
It's good for stunning though, so you can actually plan those bomb bomb attacks, I should say, around putting 3 or 4 enemies in one location or more if possible. The doggo dwells with the magic boomerang. You don't say!
Well, Zeus doesn't know that, so that's a great hint for it.
For him it is.
Knows he doesn't need to pick anything up into, but the Triforce. Exactly. Get in, get out.
Exactly. Now we're just getting some information on the flags in the next round. Apparently in the next set of flags, and this is after the races tomorrow, because there are 3 more races tomorrow. After that, it looks like the book will act as an atlas in the next round, so they might actually want that book in the next round.
Yeah, and there's our white sword up there.
And 5 is enough.
So that means the sword in the forest was our magical sword. So Alan will pick up the bomb upgrade that Fred has so generously offered us for the swordless runners in place of the sword that's not there.
And hi again, Goma. Bye again, Goma.
What, you don't like Goma?
No, Xoas was saying bye. He finds the Triforce, and I'm going to assume he's had. Well, actually, he probably should dig level 6 if he can, but maybe he's determined he can't.
It's very possible that he's.
Oh, he's going back in. He wanted the health, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna have to deal with Goma and a few other things, might as well pick up the health.
Oh, especially if the Lynels are in here.
And Alan has found 7. Unfortunately, he has not found any hints, so he's probably going to spend some time here in 7.
And we know what level 7 is. 33 rooms of pure sauciness.
I mean, it's starting with the Dig Dogger. This this 7's already rude.
Was that 2 Dig Doggers?
I believe it was just 1, but
I thought I saw a second one too.
It's 1 is more than enough, especially when there's a shutter door behind it.
Yeah. The bombs did not work, so you have to kill the mummies to be able to move on, and he doesn't really have good tools to kill the mummies to move on, so he's gonna have to wait for the Dig Dogger to move aside, and, excuse me, thank you. And Lee Hawk returns. Let's start. We've seen this before. I think Alan has concluded this level is not a place he should be right now. It looks like the whistle might be required.
Well, Alan doesn't have the tools to kill that mummy room very efficiently, and he's going to check the bomb walls here and see if he can get around, and, well, that's a start.
Now, maybe the gate through the mummy room might be enough, but otherwise, there is a shutter locked by that Dig Dogger. That could be interesting. There's the recorder, speaking of. Now I'm starting to feel confident maybe that is required. So, recorder at level 6.
Would be something if that recorder was required to get the raft out of another dungeon, but we know it's not in 7.
And Alan tried to dodge the grabby grabs and kill one of them. He got one of them. He was trying to get 2 of them, but it didn't work.
So that hint should have said the Moblin has a bomb upgrade right next door.
Alan is dealing with Darknut Corral right now.
At least he's got bombs. Having a little trouble getting him to line up and play cooperatively.
Yeah, if you hit him and they take the hit from the front, that doesn't take any damage, so you have to drop another one on him then.
And rewarded with the money to buy half a bomb pack.
Man, too bad you can't just buy 2 bombs. I love when a dark room is all lit up.
That's always fun, the kind of sand tile room. Alright, and Zost is going to take a look at level 3 here, see what's inside finally. Early free Triforce, sure.
That's a freebie. So that went well. Let's move on to the next room. After dispatching a lovely array of positively frightening blue Lynels.
Or being dispatched by them.
Or that, yeah.
Alan is setting up a clip here with these dark nuts. And finding out what we already know is that that is the art container.
Now, Alan did get the hint for that, but I guess he wanted the house, so he decided to go ahead and pick that up.
I believe Zost had the hint. I'm not sure if Alan's purchased any hints
yet.
was
it Zost who had the hints? Oops.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, unfortunately for Alan, he is digging in the wrong dungeon at this point. But you get your Triforce out of here if you can. Oh, well, that's unfortunate.
Or you have the latter version of a shoot room.
That should be the point in 7 where I'm done.
Yeah, when you see that, it's like, okay, I get the hint, thank you. Oh, look.
The item in 3 is the yellow.
Oh, hail! I said all hail.
Well, that pretty much tells us now what dungeon has the raft in it.
Yeah, I'd say that makes it a little obvious, doesn't it?
We need to go to level 5. And we need to go there right now.
Have we seen level 5 yet?
No, we have not.
Oh boy. Zoas is now taking advantage of the financial resources to that he bypassed earlier with a full wallet to refill his wallet. Unfortunately, he left a lovely 117 mostly unaccounted for when he only got 20 rupees out of it, so he'll have to take a little bit less than he might have.
And right now, if Zost is paying attention, he does have the information now of every item in the game. We know the ladder and book are most likely in 1, assuming 9 is not raft blocked.
Actually, you know what? We can confirm that 1 and 9... Well, there's 9 right there. So we can confirm that 1 is the only level left that can be located by a raft. So 1 is guaranteed to have the ladder. It is guaranteed to have the book. It is guaranteed to be at a raft spot. That is 100% now.
Yes.
So as you said, we now know every single item in the game, and we should be able to give a full item rundown. Now, I'll let you decide if you want to do that, or I can do that if you'd like.
Well, at least go over the important items. That ladder is sitting in 1. It is raft blocked by the raft hiding out in level 5. The wand was in level 4. The recorder, we don't know if we need it yet or not, is sitting in 6. The useless power bracelet is in 8. And the silvers and red ring are going to be in 9. As Zost has found level 5 now, so we have all of our dungeons. Bo's hanging out on the rafts on the ladder spot waiting for us. And the any key was our almost item.
And to cover the leftover items here, level 2 did have the scrap metal, level 3 had Lord Banana, level 7 had the heart container in as well. So those, let's not leave those items, that will just be complete here.
And we'll let chat do their thing when they get to the point of Silvers and Red Ring in 9 and they realize that moment.
You know, this reminds me of the possibility reminds me of what we had. There's the raft for Zoas, so he's ready to go to level 1 now. This reminds me of what happened about maybe a week or 2 ago now when we had Red Ring and Silver's level 9, and then Ganon and Zelda were literally 1 room south of their vanilla rooms.
Oh, now we still, even though we have the raft, we still may have to go get that ladder to find our Triforce.
Is it going to be a required double dip?
I mean, if it is, it's just more Zelda 1 randomizer for us.
You can almost feel the facepalm going, why do we have to do this? Pulls out the bomb, Oh, he found a bomb hole. And there's the door, he's okay. So, Zoas is currently liking the like. Skills 2, when it gets down to 1 heart and says, no, I'm not redoing this room. Heads south, bomb door just opens for him because there's nothing in there. Nothing guard the door. Oh, hi, Wizrobe. I
Oh
would.
wow.
My life.
Alan just now here at 40 minutes sing the bow on the coast. Just now got the ability to route over here. He's been in the dungeons in the north area.
And Zoas is dealing with likes again.
It's always bad when your breakfast revolts against you.
In this case, he has to kill them because they are locking a door. Unless there's a bomb hole that he could open, but otherwise he has to go. Yeah, he doesn't want the key.
I think based on where he is in 5, that's a single room, so he's gonna have to.
Oh, 2 bomb holes, nice. Oh, he can buy that. And that was
probably should.
Now, did he get any of the +2? Did he get the +2 for the white sword? I don't think he did.
Yes, he saw the white sword.
Did he get it?
I believe so.
Then that was a 3 bomb upgrade. I think Zoa's already found this. Thank you, old man. TheAlanHeffley is currently burning down the forest by the lake.
Yeah, you know, it's always a good time to burn the forest, and yeah, I think it's time to leave and go sail to level 1.
Oh, and by the way, on Death Mountain again, there is an entrance to death.
Now I'm making his way to Vanilla 1. And finding just another gamble spot.
But he has a full wallet, he will just lose if he gambles, so no point.
I mean, I pretty much just lose when I gamble too, so I try not to.
Well, when the possibilities are lose, maintain the same amount of money, you don't bother. Arrows. I don't think he bought them yet, did he?
Neither one of our runners have bought arrows, I believe.
They are in level 9, so the runners could buy the arrows if they want to, if they feel they could use them. Leok lurks in the dead woods. Okay, good to know. Level 4, we already know that, but thank you.
Yeah, right now the real main difference is Alan took an unfortunate death and picked the Triforce up out of 4 and left.
Alan has found the hints. He's getting the bracelet hint. No feat of strength. Leok returns with the red candle, so now he knows that the red candle is an 8.
Which that might actually help Alan out. He may go into 8 and dig that red candle out, giving him a repeatable weapon at least.
And he's finding the sail over the water to find the book, but he is not getting the latter one, which is in the same level.
Yeah, that's the next hint shop over. But yeah, Alan probably cursing at this point.
He knows there's a level over the raft spot now, so at least he knows that. As far as he's concerned, he doesn't have to dig that level, but oh, wait for the next hint shop. Alan decides to invest in another 4-pack. And
make it 8. Yeah. Yeah. Anytime you have the opportunity to buy bombs at that price, you buy bombs.
Without question. Ooh, and Lever taking a bite.
We've been in most of this 5, so Zeus either needs to go ahead and go find that ladder, or come up with a new plan pretty quickly.
Meanwhile, Alan getting a life refill. And one lonely Stalfo's on the overworld screen. Oh, hi, Digdogger. Or, I mean, Dodongo.
Yeah, good news is we don't have to bomb that Dodongo for a Triforce.
Ooh, half a heart. This could be Dangerous.
Oh, and this is interesting. Alan doesn't have enough.
While he's getting the power bracelet hit, he's gonna have to choose. You ever see those memes that say, choose wisely? He chose wisely.
He did.
And now I think he's gritting his teeth.
Yeah, that's the moment where you're like, okay, this is bad. This is a chain reaction seed, and where's the raft? Everything's changed. We're now looking for the raft.
This may be the moment someone is screaming my name.
Zeus gets picked off by the shooters. At this point, it's hard to justify keep coming in after this dungeon, especially knowing that if you had the ladder, you could pick that compass up. Probably a good time to dip out of here and go hop on a. But sometimes in the heat of the moment, you just get sucked into a dungeon and you're set on clearing that dungeon. As Alan is in 8 with that red candle, I would imagine he digs that out. It would be if Alan's unable to dig that out, I think that's pretty much going to be tough to recover from.
Yeah, hopefully he gets the red candle at least. I think he'll find that before the power bracelet. Power bracelet might be ladder locked, because I don't think we've seen that yet.
Oh, but Uncle Wizzy guarding 5, and with that percentage of the map, yeah, that's the right move, Zeus. Just leave. That 5 is not going to be nice to you for a while.
At least he got the raft out of there, so he can at least move on to level 1 and get that taken care of. After he visits the gambling district.
I might come down here to the grave and pick up level 2. I don't think he's been inside it, and might as well get the Triforce over here if you can. And Alan
finds the bad news. So at this point, Alan has seen the hint for the ladder. He walks through that room and says, "Oh, really? You're gonna give me that hint and then lock me with a Goma?"
I can think of worse things to be locked in the Chevy room with.
Well, when there is 0 chance of being able to kill that Goma to get the Triforce without having the ladder, because the bow is locked by the ladder, that is pretty bad.
No, that's pretty rough, yeah. Zeus is going to come into 2. He's going to have to pay the heart, though.
Oh, and he actually, that put him in death territory, so he takes death to the bad guy as he walks into the room. Oops.
That's how you agree to Patra.
Walk in. Oh, it's
exactly. Zol's not quite cooperating for Alan here.
Manages to dodge it this time.
You think about that though. You go through a Patra room into a trap tile room. That's just mean.
Yeah, that's absolutely mean. There's the red candle for Alan.
That'll
and he takes the death in the candle room. Oh no!
At least he knows the way back. At least he knows his way back. But that is absolutely brutal.
Well, the keys in that room were like, I got one!
Unfortunately, not having any real method of defense. Oh,
and that's a trap tile.
Yeah, unfortunately, once you take that death from full health, it's a long way back to stay alive. This room is not friendly to dodge either. Oh, don't chase the... Oh, okay. Yeah, never chase fairies. Zeus manages to pull it off, though.
Yeah. So Alan is now picking up his red count. Let's recap where we are at. I'm just going to call it 50 minutes into the seed here. We do have 2 runners here in the all boards, no swords. I always mix that up. All boards, no swords, Zelda 1 Randomizer Tournament. This is the 4th week of the Swiss rounds. This is an 0-3 matchup. One of these runners will get his win, will get at least some satisfaction of not going 0-4 in this Swiss round and potentially having to face a really, really tough opponent in the first week of the brackets for survival. So someone will get their first win tonight. We have xoas19, who has 3 Triforces, level 3, 4, and 6. TheAlanHeffley only has 1 Triforce so far, level 4. Runners know the ladder is in level 1. Runners also know level 1 is on a raft spot, which means that they have to get the raft out of level 5. Zoas so far is the only runner who has been in level 5 and who has picked up the raft. TheAlanHeffley does not know where level 5 is yet, I don't believe.
No, he does not. But also, seeing Zeus pick up the Triforce out of 2, we do now understand why Alan was unable to, as that was a pack of Lionels you had to kill for that Triforce.
Yeah, he couldn't really handle that earlier at all.
So Juan was hanging out in level 4. Zeus dug it out without any information. Alan was in 4, picked up the Triforce, and just didn't manage to find the wand.
Yeah, I forgot at that point. Alan doesn't have the wand yet. Absolutely.
So we now know that vanilla level 4 is level 1 tonight.
Oh, he checked the other spot. Okay.
Yeah, it was just a bomb shop.
So a level at the vanilla levels 4 spot. Not quite French material, but still kind of French vanilla.
Alright, well, we haven't seen a lot of Wizrubs, so this is going to be...
They're going to be here. Or Lionels.
No, Lionels. Guarding one of our items. Please.
Lionel, guard the ladder. That's a free ladder.
Well, I mean, it's a bunch of blue Lionels, but yes. Alan picks up his... Alan gets his Triforce out of 3. And good news for Zeus is now all he's got to do is figure out which one of these rooms has the Triforce and get out.
And try not to accidentally pick up the book under his feet while he's at it.
And Alan dealing with another firing squad. The Lionels are out tonight in full force.
They're everywhere. They want to remind you that they are to be feared. Alan taking out a room of Lionels and acquiring a lovely piece of paper.
Oh, well, there's a wonderful find for those. Here's a compass. Alright, we're done with level 1.
Nothing guard the compass, as I've seen said before. And that tells you bomb a hole, and oh, I hope you brought some Dodongo food. And Zoas feeds the Dodongos. They explode happily, and he gets his triangle. That is 5 Doritos for Zoas. He still has 3 to go.
Yeah, but having that ladder, being able to go access the bow, we'll pick those 2. We'll probably... I'm actually surprised we don't just get an up A and head straight to the bow spot from...
Yeah,
If he gets bopped on the raft a couple more times, you might get that anyway.
Yeah, if he gets... Yeah. Happy sailing. I hope you enjoy sailing.
Getting great use out of that raft here.
That raft is getting a lot of use tonight. Where I... No, want to go again? Nope, not going to move. He's just going to sit there and... There he goes!
That's the most use that raft's ever gotten in this game.
Yeah. Xoas is a runner who really loves his raft. He loves to sail. Wanted to be a sailor when he grew up, you know? You know that?
So we got Alan in the firing squad. Zo's going to go back into 8 and try and get the triangle out of here, knowing it is just a ladder block, not a Goma and ladder block.
Alan takes a nap at level 3, and Xoas is now looking for that Triforce in level 8, now that he finally has the ability to climb over otherwise insurmountable distances. Like this one.
It's right here, so he's going to get that real quick. And now we'll be greeted by the cries of Goma until we find another room.
He will not be going to the power bracelet, so I think he's concluded that's not required.
So we just have 5 and 7. I do not believe Xoas has actually seen 7 yet.
I think he's seen the Triforce in 5, though.
If he hasn't, I would be shocked at this point, because he's seen everything else in 5.
Or maybe he hasn't, because he explored, yeah, most of 5. Maybe he was a room. Oh, we're going to see the medicine prices. So, 29 for a Pepsi, 73 for a delicious, delicious bottle of Coke. At least the Coke lasts twice, but you're better off pairing the Pepsi.
I'm wrong. Xoas has seen 7 here. Alan's still dealing with this just absolute... Oh.
That's about what to call it.
I don't have any better words for that room, but ugh.
Yeah, that's about what you can call it. Ugh. And that hit did not take effect. Take 2. Grab the little wand and say, "You're dying anyway!"
It's time. Well, we'll see what Alan does here. He's running out of time rapidly for getting this puzzle solved and getting into 9. But if he ends up back in 4, you never know. 9 can always be a thing.
Aquamas waits by a lake. You don't say!
By a lake or on a lake?
By a lake.
I'm saying the old man needs to update his hint there.
Yeah. The that rat spot is considered by the lake because it's near the level 1, vanilla level 1 area, which is considered the lake in question.
No, man, Dig Dogger's in the room next door.
Levers are around the White Sword location today. Alan is going through them right now. Finds a lovely blue candle shop for that lovely item he picked up at the start of the game. TheAlanHeffley keeps the change, $7. The Yacht returns closest star. I feel like we've seen that before. Ladies and gentlemen, we might get to play Name That Tune. Oh, I know that one.
Tune.
I know that one.
It does appear that Xoas does not have the shuffle recorder tune on, which is unfortunate.
I love that we're getting Fred in the chat for that.
And to be fair, that should just be built in. That's like the Z flag in Final Fantasy IV. That should just be turned on, and you just have to deal with it.
Yeah, I think that should just be something that you get. It's a fun little Easter egg. I would just love to see it automatic.
Yeah, so still looking for the Triforce out of 7. Alan's still looking for pretty much anything that will help him kill stuff at this point.
Yeah, Zoas is having to find this Triforce level 7. This is the one that he doesn't really know yet. And it is, after all, 33 levels of pure sauciness.
Yeah, it's level 7. If it doesn't give you the Triforce and the item in 2 rooms, it's going to give it to you in 32 rooms.
Exactly! And room number 33 will be the room that you should have gone to first.
Yeah, there's only 2 types of level 7s. The good ones, and then all the others.
No, there's a better way to phrase that. There's 2 kinds of level 7s. The bad ones, and the worst.
Fair enough. We're still hunting this horrible Triforce here. Alan has made his way finally up into Death Mountain. I do believe 5 is up here. I don't have it marked, but we'll be finding level 9 here in just a second.
And as our tracker Bellmore79 just pointed out in the chat, follow these runners. They are doing a good job in an absolutely brutal seed and sticking with it through a very, very difficult puzzle, if you will, here. So make sure to follow these runners. Their names are exactly as you see them on the screen. Read push.tv followed by the name of choice here. While you're at it, feel free to follow my co-commentary Norastra and their tracker I just mentioned. And me, Cyclone GU. We all have Twitch channels as well.
And so far, no Triforce or Compass in 7. It's just being elusive.
So it's getting another reminder to go to Death Mountain when he's done here.
Is Dig Dogger the key to this puzzle?
I saw this shutter door before and I thought it has to be.
Well, that's a dark room, so not yet.
And it's ladder blocked.
No, we're at the top already, so that's not going to matter.
Yep. That was not the solution.
Alright, we know this room is not our Triforce, so, Zo's probably trying to get some health off of these wonderful enemies.
Yeah, and he's using the hide on the water tactic to avoid damage from the blue darkness there. So, which is a good idea when you're down to a heart and a half of health.
And Alan has ventured into 6 now. We'll be finding his recorder if he can survive the onslaught of things flying at you. Yeah, it gets rewarded with the Triforce screen.
And going south. Oh, hi, Darknuts. Oh, hi, NSU room.
I mean, if you're going to get Dark Nuts and you have the ladder, this is one of the best rooms to get Dark Nuts.
Yep, I would agree with that. Room completed. This level really wants you to feed the Dodongos.
Oh, they're hungry. There's our map in 7, so it's something.
Just in case you got lost.
It is 7 after all. And Alan getting the hint about the boomerang, which he already has. Typical game.
Thanks, game. And that's a 2 heart damage from the blue darker. That's 4 hearts, 6 hearts. Could we get an 8?
Oh, hopefully
No.
not, because that will be the end of Zone 7.
He didn't get an 8, so yeah, that was a very, very heavy damage room there. Luckily, he hung on by a half heart. Found the Triforce!
Very lucky he held on with that. So, yeah, you had to work to earn that Triforce out of 7.
Like I said, 33 rooms of pure sauces, and he had to go through the real extra spicy version in order to get to the triangle, as TheAlanHeffley gets his recorder.
Yep, so Zos is on his way to the final Triforce of level 5. And Alan will be going back to pick up his Triforce out of 6. And we'll see where Alan heads off to next.
Well, Zoas had these 3 Triforces completed as his first 3, so I'm starting to think Alan's going to probably... he'll have to go back for the rod in 4 eventually. But he's having a much harder time because he doesn't have that rod. This is the reason Zoas has a big advantage right now, because he has the rod. And he's been able to have a much easier time with combat than TheAlanHeffley has. That rod is like a white sword if you hit things up close with it.
Well, it is, and just the fact that he picked up the Triforce in 4 really just unfortunately hurts even more, because you're just so much less inclined to go back into a dungeon where you don't have, you have 1 item. There's really no value in digging that for.
So Zoas is on his way to Triforce number 8, which I'm still not convinced that we've seen it yet, because he did explore a lot of the level and ended up leaving after getting the item. So I'm still not convinced we've actually seen that Triforce.
Well, we do know the compass was ladder blocked, so maybe he'll make a beeline for that compass, pick that up, and then we'll know exactly where it is.
Wonder if it was a staircase block.
Oh, I'm thinking it was a Wizrobe block.
Oh! Oh! That is not how you take out Wizrobes. That's how Wizrobes take out you.
Yeah, really the only way to deal with that room is you kind of have to come in with an approach of I'm doing this, and I've got to be very cautious of how I'm doing it. You can get stuck on the center water spot there, and then it's open season.
You can also, in the case of a room with a very, very thin... this one, it doesn't quite fall in that because you can cross with the ladder, but if you have a situation where you can only travel on 1 row of tiles, you can also ride along the half tile. There it is, by the way, the Triforce. You can just go up 1 and go along like half a tile and ride the middle of the square row of tiles, and the Wizards will spawn on the row above, and you can drop back down. They can't hurt you. Ones that go up and down, however, different story. So Zoas is about to enter level 9. Why don't you explain to us what we're listening and looking for on level 9?
Alright, so we are going to be, 1, looking for the silver arrows, because they're somewhere in there. 2, we'll be listening for the Roar of Ganon. And then finally, 3, we'll be looking for a shutter door that does not open. And that was an interesting little screen scroll there from Zoe.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to pick up a potion before heading into 9. A question, though. Did Zost remember to pick up the button?
Remember to pick up the what?
You know, the thing with the string on it that shoots things. You know, kind of important.
Oh. Apparently he didn't. This could still get interesting,
come back
ladies
to
and
haunt you.
gentlemen. This could get interesting. Oh boy. This is going to get interesting, ladies and gentlemen. The bow is in the ladder spot. He has not picked it up. Now, the good news is once he finds Ganon and he realizes he doesn't have the bow in hand, he'll just have to go back, pick it up, and he'll know where Ganon is at that point. So that's the good news. He'll have figured out where to go, but that's going to rankle him, and that could affect his... that could be a tilting type of thing to have happen. So this is going to be very interesting.
Well, and as you predicted earlier, here's all the whiz robes. Plus, our runners don't have a lot of health. 2 Hyrule drivers will put an end to your session with Ganon. So now hopefully our runners might find the red ring here in 9 as well. But
I just realized I don't think we fully explained what's happening in level 9 because you got distracted by the fact that Zoas doesn't have the bow. I
did, but yeah, we're gonna have to deal with that too. But yeah, the final thing we're looking for is that shutter door that doesn't open, because we're not gonna be able to kill Ganon until we go get a bow. Alan is back in 2. I guess he's looking for his Triforce at this point.
I just noticed the palette on 2 and 9 is almost exactly the same today, if not exactly the same.
Yeah, that's very, very similar. But yeah, the room the Triforce is in, Alan is not going to have fun with. He does have the candle to deal with it, but yeah, it was not a fun room. And Patra is playing defense on those stairs like a champion.
Good work, Patra. Keep rotating those flies. Yeah, you did, Patra. Nice job. That's an unfortunate circumstance for Zoas there.
That's one of the hazards of low health 9 is Patra.
Now, I don't think we've heard any bacon screams anywhere yet.
Well, if we did, they were masked by that Patra, and we weren't going to hear them.
Or if you listened well enough, you could, I guess, depending on the runner. But, ooh, now Zoas finds out why he couldn't proceed north in that room.
Alan making good use of that red candle. Helping out here with the lack of... Getting his Triforce out of 2 now. If you can piece the puzzle together, he doesn't necessarily need the wand for anything, I don't believe, now that he's got the red candle. He could possibly get all the way caught up here with just this weapon, if he can find 5.
I haven't been paying good attention to the item menu to make sure whether he actually had the bow or not. Yeah, I still don't think he has it.
Yeah, with Select Swap, we're not going to get a lot of pause menus, unfortunately, so...
More when they up a...
Well, the way Patra works, we'll see if we actually get an up A.
We have a transport. Oh, hi, Patra, again.
Yeah, there is no bow in that menu screen.
And I don't know if he noticed. He's not even thinking about the bow right now. Yeah, he doesn't have the bow.
Well, the moment he picks up the silvers and tries to fire them, I think we'll get our sanity check there to go. Yeah, pick that thing.
Yeah, I think that's gonna. When he goes to try to fire the silver arrows, that's gonna go down as what a certain person whom I shall not name would call a derp.
We have seen runners try to take on Ganon without the silvers, but I don't know that I've ever seen one try to take him on without the bow.
And I saw him looking there for a long time at the menus at the item screen. I'm wondering if he's paying attention to the fact that the bow is not there. It's making it hard to pay attention to what Al's doing because I'm kind of eager to see if Zoas is actually actually aware the bow is not there. I'm trying to get a hint as to whether he realized that. And he's continuing again. And he goes back in.
I do believe we found Zelda's room, though, so...
Oh, was that the shadow that didn't open? I didn't catch it.
Yeah, it was. Unfortunately, upping in here gives you a bunch of whiz robes again.
And the Gibdo gave Zoas a bear hug. Took a little bit of life out of him.
I mean, it's just a toga party. Oh, that room is... Nope.
No, thank you.
You know you're going to have to go through that room again. There's no way around that.
Yeah, you know that's the Ganon guard right there.
Alan is over at the Forgotten Spot, taking a look here. I believe this was just a shop. Nope.
No, he just shouldn't have touched it. Is it really the Forgotten Spot if you haven't forgotten it?
I mean... Yeah.
Okay.
It's forgotten more often than it's remembered.
Zoas finding a lovely heart to stop the beep, 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 beep. But one hit from a mummy will still kill him, so he has to be careful here.
There's nothing more infuriating than being in 9 and looking for Ganon and hearing that beeping noise.
And going north. Hello, Stair. Zoas plays around to find that bomb hole and gets a whammy. Oh, nice dual kill on the bat with the bomb there. Was the intention, but I'll take it. Oh, hi, Wizrobes. Alan is exploring the any roads with magical staircases once again.
At this point, Alan is just confused as to what to do. I think he's just kind of running out of...
Yeah, I think he's doing what he can until he sees the dot done, and then he's probably gonna... I think he's just having trouble with this.
Yeah, unfortunately, that not being able to pull the ladder out of 4 is really
Wand.
the big hindrance right now. Or wand.
Yeah, the rod.
The item out of 4, whatever was in there, I forget.
Takes the medicine from this take any shop, interestingly.
At this point, that's the last one. Might as well. And yes. Right now, as we're looking, Zos does not have the bow. It is sitting on the coast still as he is digging around looking for Ganon. He has found Zelda, though.
Yeah, so he's going to have the exploration advantage, but he's not going to be able to do anything. This is going to be an awkward situation, to say the least. Now, we still don't know where Ganon is, either. So, he's looking for the silver arrows, but he still doesn't know where to go to get Ganon anyway. So, I'm sure he'd like to get a hint where the pig is located. He's got a whole chunk in the middle of the map there. It could be anywhere in there. It could be down the lower left corner. There he is.
Oh, there's...
And ladies and gentlemen, we have bacon. That's raw.
Yeah, that's angry fresh bacon. It's not ready to be eaten yet. Should be a good time if Zos has realized it to go to the coast. Nope. He's gonna look for the silver still. This is really
I honestly think he doesn't know.
I think he's got it marked and has assumed that since I've marked it, I have it. And I get that.
That's what I mean. He doesn't know he doesn't have it.
Yeah, I mean, once he finds the silvers and tries to fight Ganon, it'll become very obvious.
It's going to turn into a case. It's going to turn into a case of, where is the silver arrow not showing up in my dead?
Now, Alan has made his way into level 5, so he's a raft away from making this kind of intro. Unfortunately, clipping in this room is not going to be fun.
What's important to know is that he still has to get the rod before he can actually even fight the pig in level 9. So even if he were to go in level 9 and find Ganon right away in the first minute or two of these there, which would be absolutely sensational given he's far in the level. Even if he were to do that, he has to get the rod before he can even start the fight. So he's going to have to go to level 4 before anything else.
Well, the good news is with there being, in Alan's case, there will be 3 items that he doesn't know where they are, which is the red ring, the silvers, and the rod. I would imagine that he would get into 9, and if he finds the red ring pretty quick, he'll head right back to 4.
By the way, Alan got wrapped in a like security blanket, and the wizard was unable to do any damage, but that also means he was stuck there, had to pay out to the beginning again.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate part about not having bombs.
Mm-hmm.
Also, one of the side effects of not having a sword.
Or a wand.
Oh yeah, a wand is an option for the likes.
I wonder why he's clearing out this room. Is he looking for a compass?
I mean, there was a shutter door, so that might have been...
Oh, that might have been what he was doing. Okay. That would be part of his thinking.
Yeah, if I remember correctly for Alan, that raft was not easy to come by in 5. You had to work to get to that screen.
I think the raft was actually fairly early.
Was it?
The raft was early. You had to work. What happened was that Zoas worked his way around the entire level and couldn't get the Triforce.
I think the Triforce ended up being ladder blocked, maybe.
Zoas taking another death. We could be here a while.
This 9 could definitely be a thing, and the real unfortunate part of this is going to be, even if he gets the silvers and gets to Ganon, he's going to have to do it all over again.
Well, once you know the path to Ganon, you can just go straight there, and he should have marked where Ganon is and how to get there. But
the
problem for him right now is getting the silvers.
It doesn't mean it's going to be an easy path either.
Yeah, that's true. The problem right now is he's going to have to get the silvers, and then he's going to have to come to the realization, oh wait, I can't fire that arrow.
And all this is giving Alan more time to get back in here, as I believe this may be the rafter.
Alan has mountains of time at this point. As long as the silver arrow remains unfound, this could be it. That's the staircase. I forget. It is the staircase. So as long as that's the raft. As long as the silver arrow remains unfound, Alan has all the time in the world. But Alan's going to have to come in here and find that silver arrow himself.
Well, first he's going to have to book it to 1. This is one of those times where I would almost ignore the Triforce in 5 and go straight to 1, knowing that that's really your linchpin to the seed.
Yeah, at this point, you know the ladder is there. You're like, I want to get that ladder.
Get the ladder, get the bow, and start clearing stuff.
Ooh, a bite from the Patra. None shall pass!
Oh. Now, wouldn't that be something if we have a bait block silvers?
Wouldn't that be? I think he's going to try and work his way around here. I didn't catch exactly what screen that was in. So he's trying to get to the... Actually, he is in the very corner of the level right now. This is the room that is not on the map, and there's the staircase here. If the silver arrows or the red ring are in here, this is about as French vanilla as you can get.
It's also about the most evil screen you can get too.
Yeah, he can get out of that, but he wanted to make sure he was safe. And that is a staircase. It is not an item, so much for French vanilla. And that goes across the level over to the west. Finds a bomb hole. Just wants to get in there now, because he only has half a heart. He doesn't want to die trying to figure out what's in there. Because if you die, you can't figure out what's in there.
Yeah, having the potion here, with how much time you've invested, especially now that you've seen a Patra, I would definitely consider drinking that potion.
That Patra blocks the door. I would drink the potion.
Yeah, Alan not having enough to take care of the bomb upgrade. Continuing in 5, looking for his Triforce here.
Oh, shoot.
Gets enough rupees in the next room, buys the bomb upgrade, and goes back in.
Now that's sharp thinking. Yeah, you have to kill the Patra and move on, buddy. Happy fighting.
At least it's just the twirling one and not the expanding.
Yep.
But yeah, that's unfortunate.
And that's enough. If you drink the potion... He's trying to save the potion for Ganon. I get it, but...
yeah, because really, you have one Hyrule driver, drink the potion, take another Hyrule driver, and it's over.
Keeping an eye on the time here, we are at almost an hour and a half into this seed. The situation is this is an 0-3 matchup. Someone will get a win out of this matchup and not be, and will at least not be stuck in the 0-4 group, as TheAlanHeffley takes a death in level 5 in that room with the Gibdos and to a Gibdo, as he doesn't even get to see if there's a bomb hole there, so you have to plant that bomb again. So someone is going to get a win out of this match today. We're going to have someone go 1 and 3. The other runner will go 0 and 4. TheAlanHeffley has not picked up the rod in level 4. Xoas has not picked up the bow, which is on the coast. TheAlanHeffley cannot pick that up yet because he also has to get the ladder, which is in level 1. He now has the raft, which was found here in level 5, to get to the ladder in level 1, which will lead to the bow if he remembers to pick it up, because Xoas, again, has not picked that up. So this is turning into a very interesting seed here, and a very interesting race.
Yeah, most definitely. 9 doing its business of being the great equalizer, and Alan doing everything he can to get back into this.
And 9 is doing his job trying to make this as tough as possible for Xoas, who was brave enough to come, well, I should say foolhardy enough to come here on 7 hearts. That it's making it really, really tough for him, with the red ring also being stuck in this dungeon. And neither that or the silver arrows have been found. Neither item has been found.
I'm not sure why Alan is choosing to bomb these land mollas, but goes ahead and gets one of them taken out.
Because he can, I'm sure.
Yeah, you got the red candle. Burn them, it's faster.
Burn them in glorious fire! Excuse me. If that silver arrow is behind that bait lock, and there is no way back there.
This will be a very special seed.
I might be banned from rolling them. I still remember in Racer when I was not really paying attention to your race back in the Pentaforce tournament against TheAlanHeffley, and you got that 3-hour seed there. And hearing the race was 2 hours old and thinking, oh my, really? We're almost there now.
I mean, we're at an hour and a half in here. We're in 9, but let's not even bring that up anymore.
Another death for Xoas. He's just having a hard time with the combat in this level 9.
This 9 without a sword is pretty ugly. Unfortunately, not enough rupees to go consider a blue ring at this point. And no real way to generate them, having the 3 large secrets out of play. Really, the only thing you could do is go back and pick up those secrets that he left earlier. Or play the money-making game, which is not really an optimal strategy for farming for a blue ring.
Oh no, he can't even buy. Alan can't even buy a money-making game right now.
No, so neither one of our runners are able to upgrade their defense here. With that red ring just tucked deep in this 9, it's quite
Yeah, that red ring just does not want to be found. If that red ring could at least be found, that would make this level at least somewhat tolerable. It's starting to make buying a blue ring look like a good idea, but neither runner's in a position to do that now either. As you said, they're both pretty penniless right now. Yeah, we just have a room with 3 Vires in it. Not really anything interesting there. I'd love to see his map to see what he has left to explore. Oh, there we go. I get to see it. It's the middle of the map. Both items are probably in the middle of the map.
That upper portion there is pretty open too.
Yeah, the middle or the upper left. We haven't seen an old man hint either, have we?
No, I don't believe we have.
Not a single one.
They're probably up there right next to the items, too.
Yeah, you get the item, then you walk to the next room. These silver arrows are what you just picked up.
And chat making a good point. One of those hints was eaten by that bait block, so we'll just have 2 now.
Correct.
And another angry Patra.
And if the hint that got eaten was not the silvers are... Actually, the silver hint would be useful here because it will tell what quadrant it's in.
I mean, that's true. Unfortunately, at this point, it's probably the quadrant you're standing in.
Yes.
And the other 2 hints, Zeus doesn't need. He knows where Zelda is and knows where Ganon is. So,
yes.
Yeah, not really. The hint's really not all that useful at this point.
Yeah, the silver hint is the only one that could really possibly help him, if anything. But most of the dungeon in 2 quadrants has been taken out, so you know it's one of 2 quadrants at this point.
And at this point, it's Bomb Wall or Wizrobe Room or Magical Stairwell to the silver.
Or bait block.
Bait block has got to be on their mind.
Yeah, if that bait block is blocking both the red ring and the silver arrows, we got something very, very rare.
Well, the other thing, I didn't get a good look at where Ganon's room was.
We used the potion finally.
So just going to use that potion to deal with this Patra here. It's possible that there could be a bomb wall in Ganon's room even that we need to go through.
He tried one of the 2 solid walls. It did not open. He didn't get to the other one.
Yeah, Ganon gave him a hug before he got there.
The special Ganon hug. Don't take a hit from the fly now that you killed the bugs. It's out. And you're greeted with a reward of mummies. And no bomb hole. He is located... Nope, he's checked the rooms to the top and right. He will not be... Well, he's going to try and bomb hole in there, maybe he can't. He didn't need to, but he doesn't want to stay in this mummy room, so that's why he's trying to get out of here. What a time for a clock!
And Alan has found the Triforce Room in 5, and has been greeted with everyone's favorite wizard.
Welcome to the Wizrobe Seed, ladies and gentlemen. So the good news for Zoe is that Patra is gone now. The bad news for Zoe is... Oh, he found a staircase. Maybe he knew this one already as transport. Oh, is this new?
Possibly.
I think this is new. Go up. Oh, hungry.
Oh.
They were hungry. They like
they were. They did. So Alan back in the Triforce Room, this time with now 2 hearts to deal with this Wizrobe mess. Gets them and the Triforce out of 5.
Triforce, yeah, there we go. He's catching up.
Yeah, so now if he makes the play to 1, picks up his ladder and heads off. While yes, he's missing that wand out of 4, he will have pretty much knowledge on every item as well, and should be able to deduce that something of value is in 4. Or at least he'll go into this 9 and realize that this 9 is horrible. Alan's going to head over to the far east raft spot first, this being the bomb shop.
Mm-hmm. And Xoas is doing well trying to take out these Wizards. You just can't take a bot from a single one. Free bomb pack right there in the middle of the floor, but he can't risk grabbing that, because if he does, he could take a bop and lose his progress here. And that bomb pack is spirit. I guess it was a Wizard drop.
You kind of accept that with this kind of
one bomb left.
Wizard.
One bomb left. Can you get it out?
At this point, he might be better off making a break for the door.
He's resetting the room. He's hoping to get another bomb pack later. He only has one left he can bomb a wall with anyway.
And he's making a break for the door. I think this is the right call here.
He's buzzing for the door, yeah. And that was still a locked door, so this is new territory. And oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, he got through it with the wand. Good. He wants to kill one of them now.
Don't turn around and fight him. Just go.
Oh! Oh, I would have killed one of the danger noodles knowing that now.
I mean, knowing that's there, that's just mean. So Alan is on his way to level 1 to find his ladder.
What are we doing on this? Oh my goodness. And we still don't know where either item in level 9 is located.
There are items in this level 9? I think they just don't exist at this point.
I'm told there are, but it's just a myth. It's a fictional myth at this point. Are there items, or are there not? And Alan takes a quick death in level 1. Looks like it was a Lionel. Well, he ran into the Lionel, which didn't really help his case.
That ladder room was full of blue Lionels, if I remember correctly. It's not a pretty room to clip or combat to get your ladder.
It's the first room you walk into, that's absolutely correct. And he just walked in and walked right into the Lionel and didn't even have a chance.
I believe Xoas is back in the room with the wonderful Landmola.
I would be interested in an actual pictorial map of this level 9.
Oh, and I think he pushed down and Patra strikes again.
Alan finds his ladder. He is carefully taking out the bats along the way because he does not want to take another death in an iron room like we saw earlier. He got his ladder. He can rejoice knowing that he can now cross water.
Hopefully Alan will remember to go pick up his bow on his way to finishing off level 7, 8, and after he gets his Triforce out of 1.
Oh, I just hope that he gets back into level 4 and gets the rod before going to level 9, because if he doesn't do that, he's going to have an even worse time with his level 9 than Xoas is.
I mean, you're not wrong. That wand is helping out so much in dealing with this absolute garbage that this 9 is. I have to give Alan props here, though. He has spent most of this time without a decent repeatable weapon, has been mostly using bombs, and has made pretty good work out of this siege.
Okay, Xoas is checking out the Patra in this room and getting past it this time. No item here. Another Patra!
That's just mean. Hey!
How much of this map remains? We're going to get an answer. It's still the middle of the map. He's down in the tooth right now. He can't go anywhere down here. I don't know why he bombed there, but he can't go anywhere. And I think he was locked in, wasn't he?
If he wasn't, he was locked in the next room, so he's going to have to take an up back.
Yeah. Yeah, the up A was better in that case. But yeah, B, he was down the tooth. There's no further exploration of the of that quadrant, unless at least there's a couple rooms on the far left, if anything. But that's it. That quadrant is pretty much done, unless you access it from elsewhere. Alan gets his level 1 Triforce. He knows the book is here, so he's not going to dig for that. He's out of level 1. He has level 7 and level 8 remaining, and also the rod from level 4. Let's see right now if he stops. Actually, no, he's far away. He's not going to go the bow right now, but we'll find out later if he goes to get the bow. Let's see if he has any ladder shenanigans here. Yeah, he's getting to sail the raft too. So we're going to have more sailing with the raft here. He's not moving right now. He doesn't want those skeletons out of there. Okay, 2 down. Gets the clock. He's done sailing.
Let's see where he goes. He does know where level 7 and level 8 are. But it looks like he might be headed into level 4. Oh, this shoot room is special. Yeah, with as many hearts as he's got, the red candle, getting this wand out of 4 should be relatively simple. Unfortunately, if there's anything behind that shoot room, you're not getting it. And if that wizard room is the staircase that's holding the silvers, yeah, it might just stay there for a while.
So going through the transport once again, Xoas is.
Yeah, so the other thing we haven't really touched on much is Alan has considerably more health here. So if he's able to catch up into 9, he may take a few less deaths just having a bigger health pool to absorb Wizrobe shots to the face. As Alan is in the room with the wand. So here comes the furious charge now of him just getting the Triforces out of 7 and 8 and heading into 9.
And Xoas takes another death. That was back in the top right corner. That was a transport staircase there, not an item.
So Alan has dove into 8 to get his Triforce. Still forgetting that that's a trap room.
The Triforce room?
No, the trap room that everyone keeps walking into.
Yeah, there is a trap room. That's right.
Yeah, the Triforce here in 8 was on a Chevy room where you just need to go down and get it. Alan is going to have to pay a heart if he wants to keep going through this.
Have a red ring.
There is an item in this 9.
So this will make the dig a lot more tolerable. We might finally have some progression going on here, and a little more fearlessness.
I mean, Patra still hurts, but yeah.
That was one room south of the transport staircase in the top right corner that we saw a long time ago, by the way. I'm gonna say it right now. Silvers are probably bait locked.
Yeah, it's starting to look more and more that 5 blue Wizrobe room of fun.
Oh, could be up here. New territory. Hi, Ganon. We know. Well, at least he's knocking a few rooms off his list. That's the good news. He's going to try and bomb down here. Failure. Meanwhile, under our noses, TheAlanHeffley gets Triforce number 8, has to go back to level 7, then go pick up the bow, then go pick up the rod out at level 4, and then do all this that xoas just has been doing for the last half hour or so.
Yeah, I think if Alan remembers, the routing would probably be best to go pick up your bow first and then go up the coast to 7. But, yeah, remembering that bow sitting there is a thing to...
So I just did a quick room count. If I count that correctly, because I was trying to do it quickly, there are 9 unexplored rooms in level 9. One of those is the princess's room, because you obviously can't walk in there from any angle. They're all door locked. Even if it's a shoot room, it's all door locked. So, yeah, I think it is 8 or 9 rooms, somewhere in that range. 8 rooms, maybe. So, we have 7 rooms that have not been explored. One of those could be, I didn't catch what room it was, but it could be behind that bait block. And there could be rooms connected to that. Sorry?
It's looking less likely to be the bait block at this point, and one of these silly combat rooms.
It could be one of these. Well, you have to push a block to get to, or find a staircase somewhere anyway. So one way or another, you're going to have to clear a combat room, either to push a block, or you're just going to find the stair out in the open. We don't know. It's in one of those 7 rooms or so, that staircase. We've seen all the transports, I'm pretty sure. One of those 7 rooms has the only staircase we have not seen, which is the Silver Arrows. Is it this one? I think this is the transport. Why did you take a hit?
I'm not sure what that was about.
He must have realized it was a transport and decided, no, I'm going to start over. At this point, he's also out of bombs.
That could definitely cause a problem here. Thankfully, this Gibdo party could offer some bombs. Alan is quietly sneaking his way into 7. Granted, this 7 was the standard torturous 7, not the free one.
Mm-hmm.
So he's working his way back into that room.
That was one thing that we need to keep in mind here, and I'm just going to point this out again because it's easy to forget these things as we go along here. Seeing that lovely 8-room circuit in the middle of rooms. 2 of them may have been explored because they're rooms that don't show up on the map. But you've got to remember here, xoas has not picked up the bow. Neither is Alan, by the way. Alan does not have the bow yet either. But it's not a big deal for him yet. He's in level 7. xoas has not picked up the bow, so even when he finally finds that silver arrow, he cannot fire that silver arrow. So we have to remember that he might go and try to defeat Ganon without the bow. There was the red ring one. I got excited for a second. And there's the staircase that is a transport. So he's going to come out on the other side of that. I think he is going to try and bomb south here. That was nothing. He can't go there. That might be behind that bait block.
Hopefully this bomb's right. And
nope. That could be connect. Is that whole chain in the middle one set of rooms by itself? All behind the bait block?
It's looking like he needs to get one room to the left and then go down into that.
Maybe.
That's right. I think that's Ganon's room, though.
Ganon's room is south. South is Ganon's room. Ganon is under the V, second down. Now, we did see that about 20 minutes or so ago, but I've completely lost track of time, as you can tell. Yeah, that room right there to the right is Ganon's room. So he did come in from this angle before. This is how he entered the room before. The room to the right of Ganon's room we've already explored. So we don't need to go into Ganon's room and try and bomb through. There's no way to bomb through.
Yep.
At this point, I would just go buy the bait just to make sure. But he doesn't have a lot of money. He would have to raise some money to do that.
Yeah, I think it's better here to stay in and clear. Yeah, the more concerning thing is the bow more than the...
Yeah, he's going to have to remember the bow, obviously.
Yeah, I'm not sure the bait's that... it doesn't look required.
But right now, for peace of mind, if he had the money... Oh, there's $10 right there, speaking of money.
And a room we haven't seen.
Yeah, just... That's it!
There they are.
Now, will he try to fire the silver arrow without the bow? He is not obeying. He is going to Ganon's room without the bow. He is not leaving the level. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for something you don't get to see very often.
This is going to be a very...
this will be a very interesting... Yeah, this will be an interesting fight.
Hopefully does not burn his potion going into here.
And after about 40 minutes of digging, we have once again found... He just realized he doesn't have the bow, I think.
He's going to use the potion.
He's using the potion! Well, he has the silver arrow visible in the inventory, but I think the bow would have to be there with it.
Yeah, unfortunately it does.
So he's going to try to get the 8 hits in here, and then he's going to realize he can't fire the silver arrow. This is... Now, if he dies, this is just going to waste more time. And Alan is getting closer and closer to starting this trek in level 9. He does not know what he's in for. I can tell you right now, he does not know what he's in for.
Yeah, this 9 was something special.
And here it comes. Oh. No.
Oh, that moment.
No. I'll be back. And we knew that 40 minutes ago.
Oh, that's Rob. unfortunately does have enough to pick up another blue potion.
Yeah, I think he can do that. It was 29 rupees. He can, if he wants $4 more, he can get a second one on top of it and have a full red for the price of a lot less than a regular red.
Alright, now we have the bow, so,
We're back in business.
back to 9.
So yeah, let's just make it official here. At 2 hours, 1 minute, and we'll say 20 seconds, xoas19 is finally in go mode.
I mean, to be fair, he had Ganon dead.
He did. He just couldn't.
It was a good fight, too. Does probably need to go ahead and find a potion on his way up to 9.
I would definitely get a potion, and maybe even a health refill at this point, because, yeah, he's scared that Alan's going to be right behind him, but, and that is definitely very well possible, but, that's going to probably play into his thinking in not going to find. He just having fun playing that whistle.
Now we'll see how this affects his fight with Ganon too. He gets flustered at this point as Ganon's getting the business end of 7 still.
Now, I can honestly say I have not seen every single race in this tournament, but would I be wrong to say this might be the longest finishing time of this round?
I haven't seen enough of the tournament to say that, but it is definitely one of the longer ones for sure.
Someone in chat saying it is. I see our timers have desynced a little bit too. We'll see if we can fix that up. Actually, you know what? We won't do that.
Alright, so Zos is headed right back into 9 now, as Alan is still hunting the Triforce out of...
Now, Xoas did buy a potion, did not raise the funds to buy an extra one. Obviously, he's concerned that TheAlanHeffley could be right behind him. Apparently, Dark Falls had a win at 210 in one race. I'll have to go back and look at that one to see what happened there. But... And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, TheAlanHeffley has all 8 Triforces. Now, it's gonna probably gonna be too late for him because Xoas did have Ganon pretty much down before. He just has to do it again and get the silver arrow into his gut and finish this game and go get the princess. With the red ring, it'll be a lot easier for him to do that. So it's probably too late for Alan. He did find the rod, by the way, in level 4 while we were not paying attention. I don't know if he picked up the bow. We'll have to get a look at his menu again.
He did. That. He hadn't picked up the bow. He's gone back into 3. He did not get the banana out of 3, so he's going back in just to confirm that the silvers aren't in here before venturing into 9.
I actually do not mind that play at all, especially after seeing this level 9.
I mean, at this point, yeah, this level 9 has been...
We're being asked the entry time. I would have to research that. I'll see if I get a quick answer, but I don't promise that. There's
right, so round 3, sort of. gets the stun lock, gets the arrows, fires a few.
Just to make sure.
We'll say those are some probably angry salt arrows shot.
Here, take a few extras. Okay, I have the answers to the entry time, by the way. Zoa's entry time for level 9 was at 1 hour, 11 minutes, and 2 seconds. This has been a 55-minute level 9. But the good news for him, and I didn't catch exactly what room Zelda is in, but he should be coming up on it very, very shortly. There it is right there, Ganon's room, ironically enough. So that was about a 55-minute and 20-second level 9. And he finally clocks in a win, xoas19, with an official SRL time of 2 hours, 6 minutes, and 22 seconds. Get your GGs in chat. He deserves them.
Definitely. Props to both of our runners. This seed was something out of a nightmare.
Now the only question is, how long will TheAlanHeffley go in this lovely overworld music level 9 before realizing he may not want to finish this?
He sees the banana and is going to head out, and I would hope go pick up his bow now.
Hello. Hello.
Welcome.
So,
if there was ever a case, by the way, for anyone to say GG, this is a case.
Yeah, most definitely.
So was I the only one who forgot the ladder item?
Well, then before we answer that, because we'll talk about where Alan is in a second, but before we answer that, I think chat has to know this. What was your reaction when you got the final hit on Ganon, went to fire the silver arrow, and realized you couldn't?
And remember, this is a family-friendly stream.
There were definitely a lot of obscenities on my part. Hand slap right to the forehead. But, I was so keen on getting back to 5 and routing 5 last to get back to 9 that I totally flew off the coast.
So now that we've had that moment to answer that question, we can now confirm that at 2 hours, 8 minutes, and 31 seconds, TheAlanHeffley just picked up the bow before entering level 9.
He had started right as you'd gotten in here. He had started headed towards 9 and immediately stopped and went back.
Well, at least he did that before him. But if he hasn't entered 9 yet, I mean, he's in for a treat.
Oh, so. The question came up in chat as you were wandering back towards Gan. I had to look up the VOD to look it up because I wanted to know the answer to this myself. You entered level 9 at 1 hour, 11 minutes, and 2 seconds. And you clocked in at 2:06. Actually, let me get the official time again. 2:06:22. That was a 55-minute and 20-second level 9.
Yeah, it's without a defensive upgrade, I mean, it's a very tough combat-heavy Wizroads, Patras.
It is, absolutely.
And it was one of those full clear 9s. You had to go to practically every room, as Alan is now in the wonderful nightmare.
I mean, I mismarked my 9. As soon as I hit staircase, I already closed my tracker. As soon as I hit staircase number 1, I put it over in the 5th column instead of the 6th column.
Oops.
It took me a while to realize that, but...
And then the other thing that I have to ask about, because this is something I'm going back and clipping later, I can say right now, if no one else has. How much do you like that raft?
Well, I had a hint for it. I mean, I thought it was fantastic. I mean, book and ladder in 1. If I just didn't forget the coast item, I might have been done in sub 2 hours, maybe.
Yeah, I think what I was talking about was way back, and of course it was like over an hour ago now, so understandable. But you were sailing back and forth quite a bit between level 1 and the stealth bows that kept pushing you back.
Yeah.
Across.
Very frustrating. I took my licks. You know, that's why you don't leave that many enemies on the before you enter the draft spot. But
Yeah, just leave one there. That's right. I think in vanilla there is only one enemy there.
but like you said, I mean, entering 9 at like 1 hour and 10 minutes. I mean, the seed was flying for me. I was feeling really comfortable finding the wand early in 4, and knowing that I had to get the raft. And I think it was in, I don't remember if it was in 6 maybe.
Well, you had an absolutely huge lead going in level 9. Like, you heard me say that Alan picked up the bow before entering level 9 as you were answering the question about how you felt not having the bow there. He did not, when you both went to level 4, and it was, I think both of you got it as your first Triforce, but he died. I don't know if he died or what happened, but he ended up not getting the rod out of there on his first visit. And for the longest time, he went around without the rod. So he was literally playing this without the rod the entire time. You got a huge edge because that rod helped you with combat, and he was having a lot more difficulty with a lot of that combat.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it wasn't really a money star seed. Bombs were cheap if you needed them, and early, magic ROM just kind of sealed it for me, I guess.
But the best news for you is you get to go to 1 and 3. That means you avoid the 0 and 4 bracket segment of death, as I'm going to call it. How do you feel? Oh goodness! How do you feel going into the bracket phase?
Not much better, but I mean, I accomplished my goal with this victory tonight of winning 1 match in my first tournament. So,
and congratulations on that. As TheAlanHeffley actually does put in a forfeit. I don't blame him. I think he noticed all the Wizrobes in there and took the couple quick deaths he took, knowing the red ring was in there, and he's like, I'm done. I don't want to do this. So let's see if he wants to join us.
Yeah, even finding that red ring was I was not upset to find that before the silver arrows.
Oh, yeah, that helped you, definitely. That was a very combat-heavy level 9.
I mean, I'm not sure how many hearts Alan had, but I think I only had maybe 6 or so.
Oh, Alan already left the voice channel. I'll see if I can catch him on Discord.
But yeah, no, Alan had substantially more hearts than you at that point. He'd cleared more of the dungeons overall, but that 9 was not going to be a pleasant experience. So I couldn't imagine digging that red ring and or the silvers out of that thing. Just absolutely atrocious to deal with.
Yeah, and because I'm almost positive I died to that Patra before the silver arrows at least once prior to actually getting back there.
Yeah. So, starts to bring the close here. We've got 3 races tomorrow. Let's actually see what the schedule for tomorrow.
I did have that up. Let me actually go over that. I have it up right now. We have 2 races at 5 o'clock tomorrow. One of those between King Doll and Eat My Steel. The other between Thurwolf and Putz 12. And we have one last race, and this is the final race of the Swiss segment of the tournament between Zarnax 42 and Dig Shake at 11 o'clock tomorrow night. So those are your final 3 races of the Swiss rounds. I don't know where any of those... Actually, let me see if that... I'm going to try and quickly check if it's been refreshed in any way to update the channels.
They haven't
my
been.
information has not been. Yeah, nothing yet.
Yeah, those will be updated sometime in the morning. So check your local listings for times and channel. And
I have no response from Alan yet, so I don't know if I'm taking a wild guess. The way that seed went, he may not want to. I'm just trying to get a confirmation on that. But
it's completely understandable. So
I agree.
I guess let's go ahead and start doing the wrap up process here.
Let's.
Any final thoughts on your first tournament, the win tonight? This seed, blame Cyclone, not me.
No, I mean I'm. Yeah, thanks for the roll.
Are you gonna? One last question: are you going to request that I be banned from rolling seeds in the future?
Absolutely not. I mean, I threw as much as I. I thoroughly enjoyed the seed. It was just 9 was just frustrating. You know, like a 55-minute 9 or so or more. It is what it is.
Well, again, GG's on your win. Look forward to seeing you in the brackets. Again, this Swiss is all for seeding in the brackets, which I imagine our tournament admin, Dark Falls, will be having some sort of spinning wheels of doom or something for the bracket reveal. So stay tuned to the Zelda Randomizer Discord if you want to find out more about the brackets. And Cyclone, take us on out of here, I guess.
I would vote for a pressure luck board or something along those lines, but that might be a little hard to do. Anyway, just covering the speed gaming schedule coming up tomorrow, aside from these races, which I'm fairly sure at least the 11 o'clock will be on speed gaming. I'm not sure about the 5 o'clock ones yet, but as noted, check your local listings. We'll figure out where they are tomorrow. Covering what's coming up here, we do have in 40 minutes, good thing this wasn't earlier given the way this race went. In 40 minutes, we have a 2 a.m. Ori and the Blind Forest race coming up, so stay around here. We're going to have that race coming up for you very shortly. And later on tomorrow, we have some Kirby's Dream Land and the Ultimate Decathlon coming up on this channel. The Ultimate Decathlon for tomorrow is Mega Man, Trackmania, Kirby, and Minute, whatever Minute is. And some other events going on tomorrow are Splatoon 2, Wind Waker Randomizer, Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. A lot of races in both the German and French Link to the Past tournaments that are going on. And more Ori later in the morning. And just trying to see, there's some Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer, The Messenger. So if you want to see any of the information on any of the races I'm talking about on the schedule, go to speedgaming.org/schedule. If you're watching our VOD on YouTube, you can go to that link for whatever is currently up on the live schedule at any time. And feel free to come down here and hang out with us for some matches down here in the live channel. We'd love to have you down here. And if any of these matches, by the way, are on a different playlist, if you're watching this playlist, you will see another race in this tournament coming up on this playlist on YouTube. So let me just check again if Alan has said anything here. Alan has still not replied and has gone offline. I'm going to assume he does not want to join us. So we're going to go ahead and call it a night here. Any last thoughts from you before we wrap up?
No, thanks again for hopping in here with me, Cyclone, and let's get out of here and go to...
Yeah, that sounds good to me. I'm going to get the follow links in chat again for our runners. And again, make sure to follow the runners here. They did go through chaos for you. And make sure to follow our wonderful tracker, Belmort, 79, who stuck with us for the entire thing, clicking the buttons to keep things updated. Thank you for doing that. We actually were speculating on that bow until we got confirmation from Belmort that he didn't pick up the bow. So yeah, that was you did some good work there. Thank you for your help. And make sure to follow my co-commentator Norastra as well. And as for me, I'm Cyclone or Cyclone GU, and yeah, let's go to bed. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, may all your seeds not be as bad as this one. Good night.